KCHW.org.
Good morning. It's your KCHW morning show with Chuck Ritchie and Scott Allen. How you doing this morning, Scott?
I'm ready to go on a Friday, Chuck, and maybe a little more excited because then I got, 10 days of vacation. So always exciting to do that.
Is it?
And then I'm feeling better too because the hurricane's been downgraded to a Class 1 hurricane, so we shouldn't get hit too hard. We were getting ready for the worst tomorrow, but it might not be too bad.
Good. Yeah, I heard they'd sort of downclass some of it. Not going to hit quite as hard as they were fearing.
Yep. Just gonna come on. Just expecting some winds now, and not a lot of rain. You know, with some of the storms that have been going on around the world, when you hear one's heading your way, it gets a little spooky.
Oh yeah.
Especially like in Libya. What did they have? I don't know what it was. Something ridiculous, like 11 inches of rain in 24 hours.
Man.
Wow. Scary stuff.
Yeah, wasn't there one where like they had a lot of fatalities, like hundreds?
That's it. 11,000 confirmed that have passed in that flooding in Libya, and another 20,000 people missing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's horrid.
Man.
All right. Not to start off the show on a sour note, let's go into some weather and see what you're going to have this weekend in Chihuahua. It looks absolutely beautiful. You got sunshine today, high of 85, overnight low of 50. Something happened to the camera up at the airport, though. It turned to black and white, so I couldn't tell what I like to get the visual shot of the weather, too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even see what it was. More sunshine for your Saturday, 87 and 54. Then on Sunday, some morning clouds, afternoon sun, still going to get all the way up to 81, 52 for an overnight low. Monday starts your fall cooling trend. I see temperatures next week, 75, 71, 64, 71, 69. Definitely a lot cooler. No big rain, chances of rain in the forecast. 25% next Wednesday and 15 next Friday. But you have a last nice weekend if you've got some stuff you want to do in the yard or some stuff around the house, some projects, you could surely get them done.
I almost feel guilty taking all the good weather over here.
Yeah, you should.
The whole world is falling apart, and we have this like beautiful, perfect week.
All right. Do you have breakfast and lunch ready today?
I don't have it open, Scott.
You don't? Well, you did it the other day, so I was like, relying on you, but I got it right here, Chuck.
Oh, thank you, Scott.
Let's see. For this Friday, we've got some bread this morning, yummy yogurts, fresh fruit juice, and your choice of milk. And then for lunch today, chicken in a bun, French fries, fresh veggies, fresh fruit pudding, and your choice of milk. That's breakfast and lunch this morning for the kids. A lot of goodies on the show today. In a little bit, we'll be hearing a song from Isaac Tanasket. He's going to be in concert in the Northern Lights Theater here at KCHW coming up on next Friday, and we'll give you a little taste of that. Chuck,
yeah.
You've been telling me about him and how he's built up a following on YouTube and that he was just phenomenal. And I checked him out this morning so we could play this video. Amazing voice.
Right?
Wow.
Isn't he?
Wow, good job.
I'm excited, yeah. I'm excited. Someone actually told me about him and said, hey, you should really try to get this guy Isaac on to play a concert in the studio. And I'm like, okay. And they kind of told me about him. I'm like, all right. So I checked him on YouTube. I had already been following him for a while. So I already knew who he was, and it was pretty cool to be able to get him. And actually, I'd like to give a special thanks to Joe Wazinski. He helped set all this up.
All right, Joe.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Who's probably listening.
Well, he knew Isaac.
And then opening act.
Yeah, the opening act is Tristan Saylor, also from Welpinit. He is the 2019 Chihuahua's Got Talent winner.
I love it when we get people and kids. Really, he's an adult now,
right.
But when he performed, he was a kid. And I love it when we get folks that won one of our talent competitions to come back and do one of our shows. It's heartwarming.
And I was able to find some videos of him singing online too, and wow, what a voice! I'd heard he I didn't make it to that competition when it happened. I was busy that around that time, but yeah, everyone kept talking about what a great voice he had, and he sure does.
Both of them do.
Yeah.
It's going to be a stellar show. Good job.
Thanks.
And Tristan can get into that crooning stuff, like from the area of Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack and stuff. And amazing. It's going to be a good show. Don't miss it. Tickets. So we're giving it a little early tease, but we're going to talk about it some more in a little bit. But tickets are available at several places. Chuck's got a great new promo for the show. We're going to be running on the area too. But those tickets available. Valley Drug. Where else, Chuck? Valley Drug.
Valley Drug, the independent office, Acres Drug. Online, we're going to get it up online at kchw.org later today.
It's ready. It's already up and going. There's a link right on the header, thanking Andy Sandit Shop and the Valley Drug Company for sponsoring our next couple concerts. And that link up there, if you click it, it'll take you right to purchase your tickets. Now, Chuck, I think we talked about this a while ago, but it really we kind of left it to the side. So I want to point it out. When you click on it and you get down to the tickets, you've got our general admission tickets. You also, and this is kind of an honor system. We've made a promise throughout the years. And of course, we were off for COVID. If you get a KCHW membership, you get discounts on any shows we're doing. So you can save $3.
Oh, yeah.
And below the general ticket, there is a members only ticket. And to get a members only ticket, the only place you can get a members only ticket is on the KCHW.org website. Or, of course, we've got northernlightspublicradio.com, leads to the exact same website.
Oh, there you go.
So those are the only places you can get, if you're a member in the Radio Guild supporting public radio in Stevens County, the only place to get your discount ticket is at kchw.org. The rest of them are full price tickets, which are $20. Great deal.
Okay.
So you get $3 off if you go to the website and you are a member. If you're not a member, but you're like, hey, I want to support public radio, and then I'll get a discount on my tickets too. There's a link right there at the tickets you can click on to go to our membership page, and you can either print the membership form and send it in, or bring it in when you come into the show, or you can actually pay for it online right there through PayPal. Cool. You can get a basic membership for $20. You can, and I should say that is for students and veterans, retired people, for the $20. Basic membership for a single person, $25, $50 for a family. And if you want a gold level membership, which is for businesses and families, if people want to donate a little bit more, $102.70 for 102.7 FM. If you're crazy, you got so much money spilling out of your pockets and you really want to help the radio station, you can actually choose the option to pay whatever you want for your membership.
Very
that
cool.
Would be above $102.70. We've been waiting for a $10,000 donation. So far, it hasn't happened.
Oh, see, you could be the first one.
You could be the first one. Look at that.
And also to add to that, not to keep going on about it, but also there's a link on the Chewelah Creative District website with a link to pay, and then there is also an option to donate an additional amount if you would like.
Right.
Yeah. And
all right,
I'm also going to be at the Friday Market today. We're going to have those membership forms. We're going to have information on how to become a sponsor, and I will have tickets available with me at the Friday Market.
There you go. Good job, Chuck.
Thank you.
All right, planning ahead. I love it.
And
we're going to go into our bits and breaks this morning, and then we have community events, and we are going to play, and we'll actually be streaming it as well. If you want to watch this morning on Facebook and YouTube, we got a couple different videos we're going to play. Hear the audio, of course, on the radio, but if you want to see that video too, and me and Chuck, you can log on to the KCHW Facebook page or our YouTube feed as well. Both of them live right now. Right, Chuck? Everything's cruising?
We are up and live. We're up and going. Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh, I'd also like to say for those tickets, we sold almost a quarter of those tickets yesterday on day one. So they're gonna go fast. They are going fast. So
next Friday only. It's a small, intimate room only, and very plush with our new seating. So that's the thing too, is those seats are first come, first serve with your ticket. And we have 40 some seats that were donated to us by the Chewelah Center for the Arts. Very plush, very comfy seats. Show up early if you want the good seats. That's all we're saying.
That's right.
All right. First come, first serve. All right. Let's see. We made it through weather. We gave you a little tease there. We'll talk about it more in a little bit and play that video. We got the breakfasts out. So let's roll in to our bits and breaks this morning before we do community events. And we're going to start off. It's the one and only Chuck Ritchie with four things you didn't know yesterday.
The most common speed limit in the U.S. is actually kind of surprising to me. Is 25 miles an hour.
Well, I thought it would have been 55.
Well, I'm going to go to Texas next month, and the most common speed limit in Texas is about 95, I think.
That's the way they drive in Maine, too. Everybody in Maine, because it's very rural. Mm-hmm. Even the big cities in Maine, the biggest city I think we have is like 200,000 people in Portland. It's very rural. People are very happy and mellow. I would think it's one of the happier states, the way it seems, until they are behind the wheel of a car, and then they become the most rudest drivers I have ever seen. I've had people like not do proper turns and come directly at me, in my lane, so they could sneak into a parking lot, mm-hmm. Without going around the block and stuff. I've seen some crazy, crazy things, and there you go, 25 miles an hour.
You know what people do in Texas, just as a matter of fact, and it's freaky, and I hate it. They will, someone's waiting to turn right, like onto a highway or onto a road, and you're going down that highway. They will turn right onto the shoulder of the road while you're headed towards them. And it seems like they're pulling out in front of you and they're going to hit you, but they're pulling onto the shoulder to wait for you to pass and then, get up speed on the shoulder and then get in behind you. I have almost run off the road multiple times because I'll be going 75 down the highway and then looks like they're pulling right out in front of you, but they're just going on the shoulder. Ugh, stop it, people.
Like the guy at the four-way stop that waves you through when it's not your turn and causes an accident.
Yeah.
Those are people that are deep down inside they're shy, and they don't want to be first. So
right?
They let you go first and cause an accident. All right, I'll shut up now.
This is one you didn't know. The creator of the waffle iron didn't actually like waffles.
What? It's horrible.
That's weird. The longest word in the English language with all the letters in alphabetical order is Aegilops. Aegilops. I don't even know how to say that word. It's a class of plants. Aegilops.
Alphabetical order.
Yes.
All right.
And a giraffe's heart weighs 24 pounds.
Oh, I know someone whose heart only weighs 3 ounces.
Oh, is he green?
All right. How about Scott's Guide to Being Handy Around the House? Everybody knows how handy I am. Mm-hmm. I heard Mary, pretty handy. It's not what I'm talking about, honey.
No, handy, right. Not
everyone,
handsy, Scott.
Be hands-on. Were you slamming me, Chuck?
A little bit, yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Right, you deserve it.
All right. First tip for being handy around the house, especially with this last weather of nice weekend. If you can't find a screwdriver, you can always use a knife. If you break off the tip of the knife, though, it's actually an improved screwdriver.
That's true.
All right. Despite what you may have been told by your mom, praying and cursing are both helpful in home repair, but only if you are working alone.
Well, they say people that curse more are more intelligent. And if you're more intelligent, you're going to be more able to figure out things around the house. There you go. It's science.
Best story when I was a kid, mom and dad owned the 49er motel for a while before it changed names. And we had this lawnmower was acting up, and this is my classic, the way my dad was. And not aimed at me or anything, but he's getting really upset. It won't keep running, and he's gotten really frustrated. And he takes the screwdriver he was using to hold the carb open, and he throws it so hard it sticks in the back of the hotel building.
Wow.
And then he storms off, and he's using some choice words, and he storms off around the corner, and I'm just kind of, when dad's like that, you don't say a word, right? So I just stand there quietly in a frozen position, and he comes back around the corner of the back building, and he's wielding a sledgehammer, and he starts, I take a step back, and he literally squashes that lawnmower like a beer can, man. He just hammers away at it, and then he gives out a few more choice words, and he storms around the corner, and I hear the pickup take off, and I just keep standing there back by the lawnmower. He's back within like 10 minutes from Setty's with a brand new lawnmower. Totally impressive.
I just learned a lot about you in that story, Scott.
Thank you. All right. My next tip, work in the kitchen whenever you can. That way, you're close to the fridge.
That's really good advice. Yeah.
Thank you. If it's electronic, get a new one or consult a 12-year-old.
Also good advice. They'll tell you what you're doing wrong.
That's right.
Yeah.
If it looks old and worn out, don't get a new one. Paint it.
Lipstick on a pig.
That's right. Always take credit for miracles. If you drop the alarm clock while taking it apart and it suddenly starts working, you have healed it.
Exactly.
All right. Most important one here. I should save that for last. Let's see. If something looks level, it's level. That shelf's perfect up there.
I like to say good enough for the girls I go with.
And finally, if at first you don't succeed, redefine success. There you go.
That is, yes. Good strategy.
Yes.
Good strategy.
Yes.
Lower your standards.
Actually, on a true note and serious and stuff, the one thing I bought, and Chuck, I know you're a handyman, so you probably already have one, is the laser level. Have you ever had one?
I've had a few, yeah.
They're amazing. Just moving into a new place and hanging pictures, and then Marion joined me and she brought pictures and having to hang stuff. There is nothing like a laser level. No guessing involved. Pretty cool.
You know what I've got? It's not a laser level. It's much more simple than that. But it's for hanging pictures and figuring out, because especially the ones with the wire on the back, you never know where exactly to put that nail. It's a little thing you hang up, and it's got a stamp with an X on it, and you hang it up right where you want it, and you push the picture in, and it goes boonk, and it stamps right where that nail needs to be, and it makes just a little X, and you put your hole right there in that X. It's amazing, and it's so simple. Yeah.
Wow, that's excellent.
That was good. That was good, Scott. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along this morning. It's Chuck with boring but useful superpowers.
Oh, so yeah, this one says my wife can fold the God, I can't even talk this morning. Can fold a fitted sheet perfectly. Actually, I can do a pretty good one. I learned on YouTube videos. It took me a lot of trying, but I can get it pretty well now. It's asking, what is yours, Scott? Do you have one, Scott? A boring superpower?
A boring superpower. No, I'm powerless, I guess. I can tell if you have a propane leak.
Well, that's good. That's actually pretty handy. That's a safety issue.
Even if you don't think, or somebody said, no, there's no leak there. If you've got a gas leak, I can find it. And Chuck, I'd just like to say right now, you have a gas leak.
You can tell all the way from Maine? I'm sorry.
Yes, everyone can. Thank you. Sorry.
It was Taste of Chihuahua last night. There was so much good food out there.
Reliving the night, he is.
Right. Actually, it was a really good night. Everything out there was really good.
Cool.
So the internet has some responses. The first one says, I'm really good at pouring liquids from one container to another. Like when refilling the soap dispenser in the kitchen, I never spill a drop.
That's good.
I get soap everywhere, Scott. We have one of those that like mounts in the sink, with the pump. Everything is covered in soap when I'm done.
I can't even get water in the coffee pot. There's usually a big puddle left on the counter.
I can barely pour my coffee. This one says, I'm good at finding the center of things. You want a square slice of cheese cut into 4 quarters? I'm your man.
Oh, handy.
That could be handy. You could use that in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Next one says, I'm the one to call. I'm the one to call to eyeball something if it's straight or not.
Yeah. Don't even need that laser level.
Right? No. If it looks level, it is.
It's level.
That's right. Well, sometimes, walls aren't always level, so you got to make sure you get it. Because if the picture's level and the wall's not level, it's going to look unlevel, right? Yeah.
That's right.
It's all about perspective, Scott. I'm a mechanic. I can stick my fingers in the tread of your tire and accurately tell you your remaining tread depth.
Okay.
Or better yet, you could just look at it, maybe, and see your tread depth. Unless he's talking about like an actual measurement, that would be impressive.
Okay.
My wife amazingly can pick out the exact size of storage containers for leftovers.
Oh,
That would be nice. I'm all the time finding that one, like I grab a storage container and it's just not quite enough. So then I have to get another one. You can either do like a little bit in the second one or just put them all in a bigger one. Yeah. Last one here says, I'm the master at untangling things.
We need him at the radio station.
You know, if we have anything untangled, I will give it to my wife and she will sit down over a show or two or a movie. And just by the end of it, it's all beautifully untangled and all rolled up in a ball or however it needs to be. She enjoys it, actually.
Have you ever thought of shoving her behind the broadcast table there at the radio station and see if you can figure that out? It's a nightmare. And I cleaned it up for Michelle before I left. But when I cleaned it up for Michelle, and it still doesn't look too good. But before, I mean, there's so many wires in the radio station. It's ridiculous. And we started out small and we built and we built and we built. And every time we added more things, more wires went in. And it's a mess. It looks like a computer threw up back there.
It's like I can follow your train of thought through the years, Scott. I can follow the journey. Plug this in. Oh, that works.
I had a scary moment this morning where I felt like I was suffering from Alzheimer's and almost gave me a panic attack because I was working on those concert tickets and I had saved the templates in our website software and I pulled them up and I put them in there and I got everything ready to go and changed the text, but it hadn't changed the computer code in the background so that when somebody clicked on it, it tells them what they're buying and stuff.
Right.
It was actually saying you were buying a Chihuahua's Got Talent ticket. And I sat here for like 10 minutes. I couldn't remember how to fix that. And then it slowly came to me. But there was a moment there I was like, what's happened to my brain? But then I thought about it. I haven't made online concert tickets since 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, we've mentioned Chihuahua's Got Talent a couple times. Just another shameless plug here. I've mentioned it before, but we are bringing back Chihuahua's Got Talent next spring.
All right.
It's going to happen again.
Is that going to be in conjunction, because we've talked about it before, with the Chihuahua Center for the Arts?
I will talk to them and we will figure it out. I'm sure they would love to participate.
So at one point when COVID was ending, we started planning a return of Chihuahua's Got Talent, and then COVID, resurfaced and it got shot down. But it was going to be a joint production through the Chihuahua Center for the Arts and KCHW, just because we're light on volunteers right now.
Right. Well,
there's a thought.
And a really great thing in here, there's an old black sign for Chihuahua's Got Talent for May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Oh, that was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Do you know which day of the week May 4th is next year? It is a Saturday.
Oh, you could do it again.
We're gonna bring back the old sign. It'll be May the 4th.
Oh,
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, so are
you gonna do the Star Wars theme again? Because I remember Bradley's Taekwondo. They totally did it up, lightsaber battles and everything.
Ooh, yeah.
The saddest thing about that show is there is nothing of it online, because I was given a wrong cord, or a cord was changed before we broadcast, and it was really sad. But I ended up being handed. We'd already done some testing, and for the hottest levels, so I know where my peaks were for broadcasting, and a cord got changed at the end, and I ended up getting a cord from a powered speaker, and show starts. We do the intro, and I believe it was Joe Wilzinski was the host of that year, and the first strum of the guitar in the first act, literally, I'm not kidding it made the audience literally exploded my computer and made smoke come out of it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Wow.
So we lost the whole and it was I mean, we did, I think, 5 of them. It was my favorite because I'm a sci-fi geek, and that we had the staff dressed up as Star Wars characters, and that we had Bradley's Taekwondo doing a couple different highlights during the night. So it was for me, it was heartbreaking that it never made it online, and the live broadcast never made it out of YouTube. So maybe you can fix that.
When your computer exploded, did everyone dressed up with their lightsabers immediately start a battle scene? Because that would have been amazing.
He should have come over and started beating on me.
Actually, speaking of Bradley's Taekwondo, I was in there yesterday. I was talking with Sam. They are a local nonprofit organization, and they are holding their back to school registrations right now for classes. So
nice.
And they do get school credit, I believe, if I remember correctly, for like the homeschool kids. They have a version of their classes for the homeschooling kids.
All right.
To get school
And big
credit.
thanks to Bradley's for always keeping a KCHW sign in the corner of their window. I wanted a sign on Main Street, and Sam helped us out.
And Sam is great. She does good stuff in this town. So,
questions you need to stop asking pregnant women, Chuck. I'm sick of hearing the complaints.
Yeah. So these are all questions.
First one he usually asks is that mine? Oh, I'm kidding. Just a joke.
I remember in school a teacher saying, "When's your mom due?" My mom wasn't pregnant. And then to top it off, she forgot that the whole thing happened, and then she asked me again.
Did you tell your mom?
I did. I was in like 4th or 5th grade, and I thought it was hilarious, so I went home.
Sorry, you deserve that.
Yeah, my mom didn't think it was funny as I did. Sorry, Mom. I love you.
All right. This is for Chuck then to help him. All right. This is from a survey. Pregnant, formerly pregnant women said people need to stop asking the following questions.
I bet
is it a boy or is it a girl?
Yeah. I bet you're ready to pop any day, huh?
Yeah. Are you planning on breastfeeding? That's a little personal.
Wow.
Come on. Are you going to deliver naturally? Also personal. All right. Can I touch your belly? Come on, Chuck. Really?
No.
But you can touch mine. Okay.
What's the next one?
Yeah. Was it planned?
That is a really personal question, I feel. Yeah.
Another one, way too personal. Will he be circumcised? All right. How do you feel? That one doesn't seem so bad. How do you feel?
That's calm. That's just, how you feeling? Yeah.
Or is it obvious? I feel big and hungry. I feel like I'm eating or feeding 3 people.
I feel big and hungry. You got a pickle?
Yeah. Where are you going to deliver? Doesn't seem that bad.
No.
All right. And the worst thing you can say to a pregnant woman, I bet you're ready to pop any day, huh?
Wow, right. You are huge.
Another thing you shouldn't say.
Are those triplets?
Another thing you shouldn't say is, I bet you miss seeing your feet.
Oh. I got that one just when I was fat.
Yeah, me too.
And I did. I missed them.
Oh, all right. Chuck Ritchie's got a house full of dogs and a cat, and here he is with How Smart Is Your Dog?
Mm-hmm. The results of the doggy IQ tests are in. Dr. Stanley Coren is a dog psychologist and professor at the University of British Columbia. By modifying aptitude tests that are used on toddlers, he was able to get a handle on canine smarts. And this is what he found. The average dog knows about 165 words. That's the same as a 2-year-old child. The smartest 2 breeds, Border Collies and Poodles, have an average vocabulary of 250 words. Wow.
Impressive.
Two of mine are Doodles. They're Poodle hybrids, and they probably know those 250 words, but they ignore every one of them. Corin, he also tested doggy math skills by putting treats behind a screen one at a time. He found that most dogs are on par with human 4-year-olds when it comes to simple addition, and they outperform kids on spatial tasks like finding the shortest route to a reward. My
dog smarter than your toddler.
My dog's math skills are basically, wait, he got 1. Where's mine? Yeah. Or he got 2. I only got 1. What's going on here? Yeah, they understand. Exactly. You may think of your pets as a drooling furball, but when it comes to social skills, most dogs behave on a level equal to human teenagers.
That's not saying much.
Like when they run across the room and jump in your lap and knock everything off the table. Yeah, that's about right. So which breeds are the brainiest? German Shepherds are a close third behind Border Collies and Poodles, which you already mentioned. Golden Retrievers and Dobermans round out the top 5.
Wow. Dobermans, huh?
It doesn't say who the dumbest ones are. They got to be Chihuahuas or the mini Poodles.
Oh, yeah. Little dogs.
Yeah.
Little dogs.
Little dogs in
smart.
general. No.
Yeah. Tiny little walnut-sized brains.
One of our Doodles is too smart for his own good. He's very, very intelligent, but he's also very, very disobedient and doesn't listen to anything.
Wow.
But he's good at figuring stuff out, like how to get away from you and not get caught doing things and be sneaky.
Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. Like a cat's ability to go flat so you can't pick them up. I find that very impressive.
Right?
And they like add weight to themselves too.
Our cat likes to sprawl out on his back and push on you with his chest, and it makes him impossible to hold. Because he's like one of those, those water willies when you're a kid that you can't hold on to? That's our cat. That's what he does. He just rolls out of your hand.
All right. Next up, we have reasons that we broke up. These are pretty good. Stole them off of Reddit. Craziest reasons for breaking up with someone. First one, she refused to eat anything besides chicken nuggets and French fries.
Wow.
Sounds perfect.
Right? It's easy to shop for.
What's wrong with that? It's what I eat. All right. She held her for overhanded, as in the shovel technique. You can't take someone like that anywhere.
I think fork. Held her fork.
Overhanded. All right. Like a shovel technique. I get it. I get it.
That to me, that's like fingernails on a chalkboard. It's like watching someone in prison eat.
Mm-hmm. Reasons for the breakup. She didn't believe in the moon landing. Another one says, I looked at him and I looked at him from a distance, and I realized that his head was way too big for the rest of his body, so I broke up with him.
Like a bobblehead.
Here's a guy who says, when she watched shows on the DVR, she wouldn't fast forward through the commercials, and that ended it.
Wow.
All right. Another guy says, every time I yawned, she thought it was hilarious if she stuck her fingers in my open mouth. I like it. She ate her peas one at a time. One at a time.
Who does that?
Different.
Wow.
Savor them. All right. Here's another guy who says she would constantly say the names of the stores we passed by while driving. Jiffy Lube, huh? Home Depot. Ooh, Gymboree, huh? It's like I once knew a person that would dated for a very short period of time, but you could not watch a movie or a television show with her. She would repeat what the actor, if an actor said something she enjoyed, she would repeat it, and you wanted to just go, I'm watching it with you. Like you couldn't understand what the actor might have said. It was really annoying.
It drives my wife nuts, and I would imagine because it's probably pretty annoying. I'm always, what else was this actress in? What movie? Where do I recognize them from? During the middle of the movie, and I'm terrible about it, but yeah, sorry.
Here's another one. She wore the same deodorant as my mother. Not as bad as wearing the same panties as your mom.
Or the same deodorant as your dad.
All right, she'd wait until she had the bartender's attention, then she'd decide what she wanted to drink. No, that's poor etiquette.
What?
Yeah.
What? Wow.
All right, most of these are complaints from guys. She walked too slow. We'd go out somewhere and walk down the street, and I'd turn around, she'd be 20 feet behind me.
Oh.
More walking problems. She walked like a T-Rex. Last one here. He couldn't stand her because she pronounced it coleslaw with a D.
Wow.
There might be a few people out there who went, it's not coleslaw?
But
it's cold.
It's cold. It is better if you make it the day before and let it sit overnight in the fridge.
Could be. Well, we are running long, Chuck, so we're going to bail on our last two. We'll save them for when I come back on vacation. We'll roll those out. Okay. Want to move on to some community events, play a video for you as a tease to our upcoming concert. But first, we have the Farmers Market all set up for today. It's going to happen between 11 and 3:30. Mm-hmm. Also, Chamber of Commerce meeting going on right now. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Free pickleball at the golf course, 9 to 11:30. Oh, I'm on the wrong day, aren't I?
No,
I got it right. Yep. Sorry. And then tomorrow we've got a big to-do for the Chamber of Commerce. What's that, Chuck?
The Chamber of Commerce is the annual auction and gala. That's going to be at the Civic Center tomorrow. I believe doors open at 4:30. The dinner starts at 6 p.m. If you have dinner tickets, I don't know if there's any tickets available still or not. You might want to call them and check. or anywhere those tickets are available. The tickets are available at Acres United Drug, the Independent Valley Drug, or at the Chamber office. There is a gift card raffle ticket that you don't need to purchase a dinner ticket to get the raffle ticket. I believe those raffle tickets are available in person at 4:30. Yeah, so you don't need to buy the dinner ticket to go. But if you want to eat, you do have to buy the dinner ticket. Yeah.
All right. All right, looking at some other events coming up. I'm going to do these randomly. I've got one that was mailed in here to the KCHW site, and that's for Saturday, September 30th. And if you're curious about DNA, there's so much about it. You see all the commercials and your family tree. There is going to be a seminar to learn about DNA and genealogy. All right. There is, it's part of the speaker is Linda Kennan, who is a graduate from Eastern Washington University. She's got a BA in biology before her journey in genealogy began. If you want to participate in this seminar, it's going to be happening in Colville at the Ambulance Shack, put on by the Northeast Washington Genealogical Society. There's different prices. Members are $25, non-members $27, $30 at the door. And for more information on this nonprofit and to get those tickets, you can go to the Northeast Washington Genealogy Society website, which is newgs.org. Newgs.org. No dashes in there or anything like that.
Right.
Also, field day for the Stevens County Conservation District. They've got a science farm, and they're having a livestock field day. This is happening on September 23rd, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 5281 Hattery Road in Deer Park. You want to participate in that? Call the Stevens County Conservation District at 684-7579. Right.
We talked about that a little bit yesterday. Those experimental farms are really important for any kind of future livestock training people, learning a lot of stuff about proper handling and all that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even know we had like a kind of a field farm where they would do teaching and stuff. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Stevens County, put this one on your county Community Emergency Response Team, known as CERT, offering training to anybody who wants it to participate October 16th through the 19th. This comes from Stevens County Emergency Management. You can visit their website to get signed up for that. It'll be daily between the 16th and the 19th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Volunteers must be 18 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
All right. We need let's see. Other than that, I see on the 23rd, the Fun in the Sun Fair going on at the Chihuahua City Park. And let's see if I can pull up some information on that. And that is the 23rd from 10 to 4 at the park, food, shopping, and more. If you're interested in being a vendor, you can call 208-625-0100. 208-625-0100. And that's Shannon.
Yep.
All right. Did I miss anything, Chuck?
Nothing that I can think of at the moment. I know Lavon actually in the background has been compiling some things. I don't have that in front of me, but she's been really hard at work on trying to find some local stuff and local news going on, and we're hoping to roll out at least some little testers and teasers of our news next week.
Nice. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. All right. Talking about our concert then, next Friday night, the 22nd. Tickets on sale now all over the place.
Yes.
Where are those locations, Chuck?
Valley Drug, Acres Drug, the Independent Office, online at kchw.org, online at thecreativedistrict.org or chihuahuacreates.org. The same website, different URLs. And I'll have some with me at the Friday Market today. Possibly even the Friday Market next week. You can call us here at the studio, and I don't have the number in front of me, Scott. What's the number for the studio here? 509-935-6627. 6627. I should probably memorize that at some point, Scott.
Yeah, about 12 years now.
Right. It's KCHW in my phone, Scott. That's what it is.
It is. All right, you go ahead and get that video ready to cure it up, and I'll share the thing. So members in the Radio Guild get a discount on any of our shows, and those discount tickets are only available on the KCHW KCHW.org website. You can also get there by going northernlightspublicradio.com. Now, those tickets, we've got your regular tickets, the public tickets there on sale for $20 each. If you're a member, you get $3 off. If you'd like to be a member and support public radio, there is a link right there that you can click on and go to our membership page and take that. It's the honor system because it's Chihuahua, but you've got both those tickets on the homepage at kchw.org. Get them now because I have a feeling before next Friday, they're going to be sold out. That's just my guess.
Well, those tickets went on sale yesterday, and I've already sold a quarter of them. So there's
okay.
That. Yep.
There you have it.
Yep.
If you want to go to the show next Friday, not this coming Friday or tonight, that's 1 week from today.
Yep.
All right, Chuck, you got that video queued up.
I do.
All right, from Well Pennant then, here it is. And if you're watching online, you get to enjoy the video too. This is awesome. Isaac Tenasket, Boys Don't Cry. Yeah, going to be on stage next Friday night at KCHW.
Daddy once said, boys don't cry. If you're asked how you feel, just say alright. It's the only time it's okay to lie. Don't you cry when she says goodbye, 'cause you're supposed to be tough. Times are gonna be rough. You're gonna be falling in and out of love. So promise me you just won't cry. Well, Daddy, I tried. Times are hard every day. All I do is drink away the pain. I've been praying for a change. I told my mama I'm okay, but I'm not okay. Daddy once said you protect your mom, 'cause I ain't always gonna be here for you, son. If you run into a problem, you never run. Be a man and you shoot that gun, 'cause you're supposed to be tough. Times are gonna be rough. Life is gonna kick your ass, but you gotta get up. So promise me you just won't cry. Well, Daddy, I tried. Times are hard every day. All I do is drink away the pain. I've been praying for a change. I told my mama I'm okay, but I'm not okay. Cause you're supposed to be tough. Times are gonna be rough. You're gonna be falling in and out of love. So promise me you just won't cry. Well, Daddy, I tried.
There you go, Isaac Tenasket. That was amazing.
Very good. Yeah, I'm really excited to have him. He's going to be a good show.
You need to get him into the studio while he's there, and to get him to do one of those drops like the big shots do. Is I'm Isaac Toneskin. You're listening to KCHW, and then people know it's a local tune. That'd be very, very cool.
And I'll get some of his,
add that to the playlist. Yeah, I think that's an awesome song.
It is good. It is good. And he's one of his earlier videos that really went viral. He was much younger. I think it was from 2018 or 2019. He's standing in front of a bridge at Multnomah Falls, actually on the bridge, and a big crowd of tourists around. And he just starts belting it out right there on the bridge, and all these people start gathering around. And that video, I believe, has millions of views.
Wow!
It might be one that you've seen and didn't recognize. He doesn't look the same. He was much younger. He didn't have the facial hair, but. Amazing voice that guy has.
What a voice. And the opening act, we were talking about Tristan Saylor. What a voice there, too. Going to be a great show. And that is next Friday night. Chuck, should we roll out a little bit of trivia before we go to break?
Yeah, let's do it.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
All right, a couple teasers too. We come back for break. We're going to have, there's actually some good movies out. So we'll do an entertainment segment, and we'll wrap things up with odd news. And of course, we'll have local birthdays all the way through the weekend. But first, some trivia questions for our buddy, Chuck Ritchie. Are you ready, Chuck?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Wow. I just pulled them up, and it's the same trivia question from yesterday.
Well, I might get one right
researchers, we'll do this one then. Researchers say we become visibly agitated if we have to wait more than 40 seconds for what?
My morning coffee.
That's horrible. Do you stand in front of the coffee pot waiting for it to get done?
Sometimes. Well, I do. I French press, so I wait by the kettle, the tea kettle, for the water to boil. But lately I've been trying to cut down on coffee, so I've not been making it at home. I've been going and purchasing 1 cup of coffee every morning, and it's not working out so well because I end up buying 3 or 4.
Here's your tip, Chuck.
What's that?
If you visibly agitated, if you have to wait more than 40 seconds for this, you're only going to find it on the inside of a building.
If you have to wait in line for your fast food.
No. That was the wrong button. Sorry. No. Only can be found on the inside of a building. Only one I know of in Chewelah.
If you have to wait for an elevator.
There you go. I had to give it away, but it's all right. All right, move along to some other trivia questions here, Chuck. There are 180,000 of these around the world. That could be an old stat. We might have lost some after COVID.
Drive-in movie theaters.
You're half right.
Movie theaters in general?
Yes, movie theater. Actually, the total number of screens is 180,000, but I'll take a movie theater. 68% of women say they still have this in their phone.
An ex's phone number.
How did you know that?
Right? Because that's something you shouldn't have in your phone.
Hail to the king, baby.
Good job. All right. During the late 1600s in France, it was considered a great honor to speak with King Louis XIV. Well, he did what?
Went to the bathroom.
Okay, how did you know that?
Is that right? I was just trying to think of something ridiculous.
No way.
Well,
no way. And there's no way he's cheating, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm on a totally different day's trivia question, so he doesn't even have a clue. That's amazing, Chuck. You're doing really good. How about this one? It happens 60 times each hour in the United States, and it's not a good thing.
60 times each hour.
Yeah.
Is it really, really bad?
Really, really bad.
Ooh. I mean, is it a murder?
No.
Okay, not that bad.
Well, somebody could die from it.
A car.
So I don't want to say
a car
that.
accident.
A what?
A car accident.
Nope.
No. Oh, so once every minute in the United States. A politician.
Sirens are involved.
I was going to say a politician is elected.
No. It's not quite that bad, Chuck.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, listeners. I didn't mean to scare you like that. Sirens are involved. A fire.
A fire. There you go.
Wow, that's not good.
All right. Let's see. This is the most discarded item in the world. Is it phones, paper cups, cigarette butts, tires?
I'm going to go with cigarette butts.
And you'd be exactly right. Estimated 1.69 billion pounds of butts are tossed each year. Sad thing, it's all coming from me.
Or all coming from a parking lot somewhere. But you don't throw your cigarette butts on the ground, right?
Let's see. I think I've got a few more, Chuck. I just got lost, so bear with me. Fun and games. 74% of drivers say this is the thing they stress about the most.
Other drivers.
No.
Making a left turn.
No. You're getting warmer though.
Heavy traffic in a city, driving in a city.
Nope.
A thing that they stress about the most.
Probably for their driving test too. This is the thing people sweat the most.
Parallel parking.
There you go.
Yeah.
Made it easy.
Backup
used in nearly. Go ahead.
Backup cameras has made that a lot easier to do.
I suppose
some of the newer cars, they even have like the assist where you just push a button and it goes boop 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 and put your. I can't afford that nice of a car, but I do have a backup camera and it really makes it nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Used in nearly every household today, these were first created in 1894 as a way of promoting a new drink called Coca-Cola. All right, so first created in 1894 as a way of promoting a new drink called Coca-Cola, used in every household, nearly every household today. What are they?
Ice cubes?
No. Promoting a new drink.
Promoting a new drink. Logo glasses with logos on them.
No.
Aluminum cans?
Nope. Promoting is your hint.
Commercials?
No, looking for the dreaded coupon.
Oh, a coupon. Oh.
Coupons. In fact, in 1894, they were handwritten tickets for free glasses of Coca-Cola by Asa Candler, who is the druggist who bought the formula.
Interesting. Is he the one that put the cocaine in it?
I think so. I'm going to need coupons to get people to drink more of this.
Right.
All right. The first of these on record came in 1868 in England. I would like to know the first time one of these came on record in Chihuahua. It happens in a game, and it's one of those rare things that make you really excited.
Overtime.
No.
A photo finish.
No. It happens in a particular sport that's pretty big in Chihuahua all summer long.
Is it pickleball?
No, but do you have your pickleball sound effect ready?
I don't, Scott. I can.
Oh, okay.
I'll get it ready during the break. How about that? We'll do that.
But you're really close to the location.
A tennis. Something to do with tennis, right?
You're so disappointing.
I don't know this one, Scott. I have no idea where we're going.
All right. In 1868 in England, it was the first golf hole-in-one.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. I guess that's kind of a big sport here in Chihuahua, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I was trying to lead you there. All right. But a big round of applause because in that first half or more, you did excellent, Chuck.
And you know what they say, it's the first half that counts.
And when we come back to, I have another video I want to play. And this was one, it's really blends into my fear of flying. And it features Foster Brooks and Dean Martin. So stick around. We've got that and a lot more when we come back for part 2 of your KCHW morning show right here on 102.7 FM.
sleep? Is that what you want? Huh?
Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
It's 8:18.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChihuahuaFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChihuahuaFlooring@gmail.com.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuahua. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
This is KCHW, Chihuahua, 102.7 FM.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW, Chihuahua.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, September the 15th, 2023. I'm Mike Clifford. The Environmental Protection Agency has upheld Montana farmers' rights to repair their own equipment and says doing so does not violate the Clean Air Act.
Montana farmers and ranchers joined with the National Farmers Union in writing to the EPA to oppose equipment manufacturers and dealers who claimed farmers shouldn't be working on the emission control systems on their high-dollar machinery. The Farmers Union said the dealers cited the Clean Air Act as justification for limiting the right to repair their own gear. The EPA has sided with the farmers. Montana Farmers Union President Walter Schweitzer says the last thing a farmer or rancher wants to do is run afoul of the Clean Water Act.
It's quite frankly the opposite. What EPA wants and requires is the equipment manufacturers to give the farmers and ranchers and the equipment owners the tools so that they can maintain their emissions.
I'm Mark Moran.
Now from CBS News, as we file this newscast, Hurricane Lee barreling toward eastern New England and Canada's Atlantic coast and was expected to make landfall over the weekend. The Cat 1 storm, which grew at one point to a Cat 5, was expected to remain a very large and dangerous cyclone. That as it continued on a trajectory north, according to the National Hurricane Center. CBS reports forecasters warm coastal areas from New York's Long Island to the U.S.-Canada border, including Boston Harbor, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket, could see a storm surge of about 1 to 3 feet. Meantime, the U.S. Census Bureau is out with new findings showing the nation's child poverty rate has more than doubled to 12%.
The dramatic increase in the 2022 child poverty rate came just 1 year after it reached a historic low of 5%. Samantha Waxman with the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities says things like inflation likely contributed, but there was a much bigger force at play.
The number reflects the expiration of pandemic assistance programs, including the expanded child tax credit.
Under the American Rescue Plan, the credit was temporarily expanded to $3,600 for children 6 and under and $3,000 for older kids. But negotiations failed in making it permanent. Congress is urged to revisit that decision. More states are adopting their own similar credit. North Dakota isn't among them. I'm Mike Moen.
A handful of other conservative-led states like Oklahoma have their own version of the credit. That's in addition to several other blue states. This is Public News Service. Across the country and in Arkansas, some daycare providers face the threat of closure if federal government aid that was initiated during the pandemic expires at the end of this month. More now from our Danielle Smith.
Over 91,000 children are at risk of losing childcare in Arkansas, according to the Century Foundation. Olivia Gardner with Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families says when the pandemic was raging, Arkansas used substantial funds to shore up the childcare sector, to increase the number of children it could serve, and to make sure the facilities stayed open for frontline workers.
From March 2020 until March 2022, we only lost 48 providers in the state of Arkansas, but we also added 260 providers. Those stabilization funds, those pandemic relief dollars really allowed us to be able to add those providers across the state.
In Arkansas, over 2,500 childcare programs received American Rescue Plan support.
And a recent ruling from the Washington State Supreme Court lowers the barriers for bringing some childhood sexual abuse cases to court. Details now from Eric Tiganoff.
Justices unanimously ruled that the 3-year statute of limitation for these cases applies from the date of discovery of each element of the case. Seattle-based attorney Nate Roberts says, for instance, if someone in their mid-20s suffers psychologically because of childhood abuse, they have 3 years to file a claim against their alleged abuser. He adds there are more situations where the Wolf decision applies.
If they find out in their 30s, for example, that they were a ward of the state at the time of the abuse and the state knew they were being abused and didn't intervene, then they would have 3 years from the date they acquire that knowledge in which to file a lawsuit against the state.
Roberts says this makes more sense than applying the 3-year statute of limitation to the date of the abuse.
Finally, Travell Gomes lets us know if applying for college wasn't so difficult, maybe more people would enroll.
In a survey of 16 to 22-year-olds, more than half said applying for college is their most stressful academic experience so far, and they worry that even the slightest error will lessen their chances. Now Lumina Foundation, a nonprofit focused on education, has launched the Great Admissions Redesign, offering almost $3 million to state higher ed systems to rethink the way people apply. Lumina's Melanie Heath explains the goal.
What we want to do is send out a call for the best ideas in the country about how to simplify the admissions process.
This is Mike Clifford, and thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here are some interesting radio stations on your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Northern Lights Public Radio is 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Deer Park, Colville.
Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. I'm here, Chuck Ritchie with Scott Allen, back for part 2 of the show. Good morning.
Yes, definitely. Let's go ahead and start off, Chuck, if you want to cue up that other video. Flying next week into Spokane and Chewelah, visit my daughter, and really excited. She's going to move back to Maine with us, so I get to do a road trip back across the country with my 18-year-old daughter. That's going to be super fun. But I hate flying, no matter what. It kind of freaks me out. And then I saw this clip, which didn't make me feel any better. Now, this is from the 70s. It features Dean Martin and Foster Brooks, and it's all about pilots and flying. Would you roll that, Chuck?
Right here.
Excuse me, have you ever been in Schenectady?
No, I never was in Schenectady.
Neither was I. Must have been a couple other guys. But I still have a feeling I've seen your face someplace else.
No, it's always been right here. Right on the top of my neck. Maybe you've seen me on television.
Oh no, I've never been on television. Say, is it all right if I join you? I just dropped in for a little drink to settle my nerves before I go to work.
What sort of work do you do?
I'm an airline pilot.
Well, how did you get to be an airline pilot?
I used to be a bus driver, but I quit. Too many drunks on the road.
What do you fly?
Oh, it's one of those big gray metal things with sticking out on the side.
Wings?
Oh, you an airline pilot too?
No, but I've been pretty high in my time. Did you ever have any close calls as a pilot?
Oh, yes, sir, especially since they moved the men's room to the back of the plane.
I was on a flight from New York to L.A. a couple weeks ago, and the plane lost an engine.
Oh, don't worry, it'll turn up. You know, there's a lot of pressure being a pilot, flying way up there and high in the air and all, above all those white fluffy things.
Clouds?
You sure you're not a pilot? You know, at the same time, it's quite a sobering thought and a very inspiring feeling to realize that there are hundreds of people on my plane, all depending on me. And to that, I happen to hold their lives right in the palm of my hand. Oh, I got it.
Yes?
Yes? I got to get to the airport because I'm flying a 747. I'm flying a 747 to London tonight, and the plane is scheduled to leave precisely 1 hour and 43 minutes ago.
There you go. That did not make me feel any better about flying, but that's how I'm expecting it to go.
Wow. Yeah, that's fun. That makes me feel better. I got to fly next month, too. Woohoo.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And it's always scary with all the news stories that are going on about flying and what's happening in the air and people getting crazy. So, yeah, I thought that was fun.
And just so
right,
you know,
let's move along. Give Chuck a chance to grab that calendar and switch the camera back. And I'm going to roll out celebrity birthdays for today. Yeah. We've got the one and only Tommy Lee Jones turning 77. Director Oliver Stone is 77 as well. A reality star Lisa Vanderpump, 62. Josh Charles from The Good Wife and Sports Night, 52. Tom Hardy from the Venom movies, Peaky Blinders, Dunkirk, and The Dark Knight Rises, 46. Marissa Ramirez from Blue Bloods is 46. Ben Schwartz from House of Lies, Parks and Recreation, 42. Prince Harry is turning 38. And TV personality Heidi Montag from The Hills is 36. And here comes Chuck Ritchie. He's got today's local birthdays.
Yeah, oh my goodness. So we have a big list of birthdays today. Actually, if you'll give me just a second, I forgot to switch this back over to our
I noticed that. Where are we, Chuck?
I'm sitting over here just scrolling the internet, and everybody's watching what I'm doing. There we are.
There we are.
So we have Today's list on the calendar is almost takes up the entire square. There are a lot of names today. So with birthdays today, we have Jim Biancardi, Jill Chalmers, Tim Whitley, William Peters, Evan Whitehead, Kimber Nowland, Terrence Belltown, and Damian L. Howder, all with birthdays today. Wow. Happy birthday, everybody. That's quite the list.
It is. It's from it's those winter births, you know, the you get the holidays off and then comes September. Surprise!
Right. Exactly. Wow. So your arm might get tired from pointing and laughing at all those people.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. How about take us through the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Throw in Monday if you want to.
You're sitting there waiting. I wonder what's Scott waiting for. So tomorrow apparently it's Rosh Hashanah, which I believe is a Jewish holiday, if I'm not mistaken, right? Am I wrong? Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. It is also it looks like I'm having a hard time reading this. Alicia Martin, Steve Deal, Adam Gray, Susan Burmeister, and then Cliff and Sherry Hoagland have an anniversary. Then on Sunday is Eric Chalmers. There's a lot of Chalmers. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Is it Chalmers or?
It is.
Okay,
it is.
Okay. It's Eric Chalmers' birthday. Blaze Smith. Ooh, that's a powerful name there, isn't it? Jim Culverwell have birthdays. And then Cody and Haley Luttrell have an anniversary. And then on Monday, we have Justin Danford, Madeline Barlooker. Ooh, that's a cool name. Barlocker, still a cool name. Robbie Ben Dixon. And then Steve and Carmen Deal have an anniversary.
Very, very nice. There you go. All the way through the weekend. Big round of applause. You know them. You see them around town. Point and laugh. Tell them we were talking about them on the radio, but don't tell them what we said.
So I'm realizing here that Steve Deal got married 2 days after his anniversary or after his birthday. He's on the calendar twice, anniversary and birthday.
All right, moving into a little history. We call it Happened Today. We're going to start off in 1916. During the Battle of Somme in France, tanks were first used in warfare when the British rolled them onto the battlefields. Jump all the way up to 1965. Green Acres made its television debut on CBS with Eddie Albert as Oliver Wendell Douglas and Eva Gabor as his wife Lisa. They didn't take too well to farming.
That's when we learned it's the place to be.
Yes. 1971, 12 members of the Don't Make a Wave Committee founded Greenpeace, the environmental organization committed to green and a peaceful world. Excuse me. On to 1982, Gannett Publishing. Gannett published the first issue of USA Today. The lead story was the auto accident death of Princess Grace of Monaco.
Wow.
On to 1999, man who tried to rob a bank in Dresden, Germany, got a surprise. Wearing a mask and carrying a gun, the would-be bandit cursed and fled when remodelers told him the bank had moved out several days earlier.
Wow.
Oopsie. 2001, George W. Bush identified Osama bin Laden as the prime suspect in the September 11th terrorist attacks and told Americans to prepare for a long, difficult war against terrorism. 2013, Japan switched off its last working nuclear reactor. 2018, archaeologists found the oldest known brewery remains of a 13,000-year-old beer in a cave in Israel belonging to nomadic Nutafan people. All right. In 2019, Norman Lear became the oldest person to win an Emmy at 97. In the variety special category, it was for ABC's Live in Front of a Studio Audience show. Wow. And 2020, Scientific American issued its first ever presidential endorsement in 175 years by backing Joe Biden. That was 2020.
Ironically, Joe Biden, also 175 years old.
Happy birthday, Joe. All right, special events today.
Ooh, I have one thing, Scott. It's going to take a couple minutes, but if you're okay with it, I have some audio of the people discussing the invention of pickleball.
Oh, you got that ready?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going on today. Beginning is it 9:30 to 11:30, I believe, at the golf course. You can go up and play pickleball for free.
Yep.
And roll that out, Chuck.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the rules, here are the rules and the origins of pickleball.
paddle used for sexual pleasure and play tennis with it.
What?
You heard me, Jason.
No,
That
sir,
does
play
not
it
sound
on a
like
tennis
pickleball.
court. Okay, well, that's good. We don't have to build new courts.
No, Jason, a smaller tennis court, and you'll definitely have to build new courts or take over existing courts.
What? No.
And make it less athletic than tennis.
But we use a tennis ball, right?
No, Jason, a hollow plastic ball.
Okay.
No, wait, Jason, that'll go too fast. Make it slower by punching holes in it.
Right, you're really slowing this game down. Is there a net?
Yes, Jason.
Okay, and someone serves?
Yes, Jason.
And there are rallies?
Yes, Jason.
And volleys?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I like volleys.
But also no volleys, Jason.
What? But you just said...
You can volley, but not volley in the kitchen, Jason.
What? No, there's a kitchen?
Yes, Jason, there's a kitchen. Scoring.
We use tennis scoring, right?
Wrong. The person or team who is serving can only win a point. If you're not serving and win the rally, then you get to serve and then have the right to win a point.
Okay, that's confusing. What's this called?
The lawn bowls of tennis.
What? No. Has to be something different than tennis.
Ah, fine. Gherkin ball.
No.
Pickleball.
Fine, that'll do. And how do you win?
Jason, you cannot win.
Right, yeah, classic. Yeah, invent a game that you can't win. Sir, if you can't win, that makes everyone a loser.
Correct. Gotta go, Jason.
What? No, where are you going?
I'm off to make another game, Jason.
What's that called?
Hobby horsing.
What on earth is that?
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. For those of you unfamiliar, that's pickleball.
Wow, I'm totally confused now.
Right?
All right, special events for today: Greenpeace Day, Google.com Day, International Day of Democracy, Make a Hat Day.
Oh,
all right, Chuck.
I'm gonna make
National Caregivers Day, Cheese Toast Day, Cream de Menthe Day, Concussion Awareness Day. Chuck.
What?
All right. And then I think you're wearing one right now. Felt Hat Day.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Linguini Day. Ooh. Online Learning Day. Tackle Kids Cancer Day. Thank You Day. And Someday. The day to finally do all those things you've been saying, maybe someday.
Nah.
That day, though, by the way, is today. Looking ahead to tomorrow, are you tracking along with me, or you want me to go, Chuck?
I am. No, I've got it. It is Batman Day. Ooh, it's Big Whopper Day. Or Big Whopper Liar Day. I was thinking about Burger King for a second. Eat an Apple Day. Locate an Old Friend Day. Responsible Dog Ownership Day. Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day. Ooh, no thanks on the raisins. Collect Rocks Day. Or Kick Rocks Day. Concussion Awareness Day. National Day.
Again?
What? It's for the after effects. National Day of Prayer and Remembrance for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. It's Guacamole Day. National POW MIA Recognition Day. Stay Away from Seattle Day. It's Stay Away from Seattle Day. Is that them wanting you to stay away, or everyone else wanting to stay away? It's
I think everyone's supposed to just stay away.
Stay away. It's a Tattoo Story Day, Step Family Day, Thank a Police Officer Day, Trails of Tears Commemoration Day, Working Parents Day, World Play-Doh Day, and Wrinkled Raincoat Day.
Wow, that sounds serious.
That's a lot. I hate it when my raincoat gets wrinkled. And then on,
all right.
Do you want to do Sunday?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Sunday we have Constitution Day and Citizenship Day, International Coastal Cleanup Day, Back to Church Sunday, Neighborhood Day, Apple Dumpling Day. Ooh, I can get behind that one. Dance Day, Gymnastics Day, Professional House Cleaners Day, Wife Appreciation Day. That's every day in my house. I love you, honey.
Aww.
She's not even listening. And Women's Friendship Day. There we go.
All right, there you go. There's your days through the weekend. Number of the day for Friday, though, is 60, and that's percentage of content on Netflix and Amazon. That's international. Think Squid Game. However, the international content accounts for less than 28% of streamers viewing. So even most people in other countries watching the stuff that comes out of America.
Right. Very cool. Yeah, do we count as international? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Good.
Let's take a look at some of the movies, entertainment this weekend. The first one, it sounds like fun for the whole family. It's Camp Hideout, and it is rated PG. After a troubled teen steals an important item from two big city goons, he hides in a church summer camp and finds he must protect the newfound friends he's got at all costs when those goons track him down. Starring Corbin Bleu, Ethan Drew, and Amanda Layton. Also, a haunting in Venice happening in post-World War II Venice. Perot, the now retired and living in his own exile detective, reluctantly attends a seance. But when one of the guests is murdered, it's up to the former detective to once again uncover the killer. Now, this is directed and stars Kenneth Branagh, Michelle Yeoh, and Jamie Dornan.
Very cool.
All right. Sounds like a couple good movies, right?
Yeah, sounds like a great cast, too.
All right, one for the kids, also rated PG-13. This is animation. It's called The Inventor. Inventing flying contraptions, war machines, and studying cadavers, Leonardo da Vinci tackles the meaning of life itself with the help of a French princess. And it's starring Matt Berry, the voices of Matt Berry, Daisy Ridley, and Marion Cotillard. More
cool.
movies. Another one called El Conde. This is coming out this weekend. Centers on Augusto Pinochet, who is not dead, but an aged vampire. After living 250 years in the world, he's decided to die once and for all. Starring Alfredo Castel, Stella Gonet, and Catalina Guerra. Another one, supernatural horror movie. This one's called Elevator Game. Have you heard about this, Chuck?
No, I haven't.
All right. It's based on an online phenomenon, a ritual conducted in an elevator in which players attempt to travel to another dimension using a set of rules that can be found online. All right.
I've heard about
saw
that.
some clips for that. Kind of creepy.
Yeah.
All right. Love at First Sight. Here you go. There's your romantic movie. Haley and Oliver begin to fall for each other on their flight from New York to London. The probability of ever finding each other again seems impossible, but love and London may have a way of defying the odds. There you go.
Ooh.
And this one, a biopic, A Million Miles Away, about Jose Hernandez and his path from a farm worker to becoming an engineer and an astronaut. A tale of perseverance, community, and sacrifice to accomplish a seemingly impossible dream. And it stars Michael Pena, Rosa Salazar, and Julio Cesar Cedillo. There you go. There's your movies for the weekend. It's actually some new stuff that they've been holding back at the theaters to go check out. Very nice.
And apparently news that personally I don't care about, the Aquaman 2 trailer has been released.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I don't know. I the first Aquaman, I tried watching it. I watched it on an airplane, actually. I just thought it was so bad. I turned it off, actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I probably shouldn't say that on the air, but I don't know.
But I also enjoyed the Green Lantern, so that's not saying much.
I did too. I thought that was fun. But,
there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Hey, thanks a lot, Chuck.
They had me at Ryan Reynolds. That's all I have to say about that one.
All right. Let's wrap up the show for a Friday. Chuck's got lots of stuff to do, and then he's going to be live in the park at the Farmers Market. Farmers Market runs from 11 to 3:30 today. Chuck also going to have tickets to our concert for next Friday. So, there, catch up with Chuck today, and here comes your odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, we kick off today's odd news with the news attack. First sentence, true. Second sentence, bad joke. Chuck Ritchie.
A horseback rider in California was arrested because he was inebriated and was holding an open container of alcohol. Wow. Yeah, he tried to use the Upper app, but couldn't find the Uber app, I'm sorry, but couldn't find a four-legged ride that was nearby.
And neither could Chuck.
Yeah.
Luxury cruise ship that ran aground in Greenland has been successfully pulled free. Who needs anchors when you've got a perfectly good landmass? Just beach it.
A new Disney cruise has a cabin that will cost you $100,000 for 4 days. Oh, that means the happiest place on earth would not be your wallet.
Research has found a disturbing link between working too much and reduced mental and physical well-being. So now you can actually say your doctor ordered you to take a nap under your desk.
I like that. I'll be right back, Scott.
Okay, all right. We'll finish the show in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Let Chuck have a little nap.
A little power nap, yeah. We'll go to commercial. An investigation found the hospitals and long-term care facilities annually flush millions of pounds of unused pharmaceuticals down the drain, pumping contaminants into America's drinking water. Wow. No wonder work is more bearable after my daily trip to the drinking fountain. I'll be right back.
That's kind of scary.
That is scary. It's just getting put in our water.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I guess from female hormones, like estrogen, that end up in the water supply, they say a growing number of fish and things like frogs are getting a higher percentage of females, which is scary as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And quit dumping stuff in the drinking water. And now, according to a study on aging, if you want to live to be 100, your chances are better if you have a brother or sister who's already lived to be 100. Experts aren't exactly sure why that is, but they think it may have something to do with having two people instead of one trying to remember where the prunes are.
Would you want to live to be 100, Scott?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. 100 maybe forever? No, definitely not.
No. I'm already broken at almost 60, so no.
I guess it depends on the kind of health you're in, but yeah, 100 that seems like a stretch. Yeah.
Yeah.
A poll of adults who have dogs discovered that 1 in 3 would choose to keep their pet over their partner if they were forced to choose. Ooh.
Wow.
Well, that's because the dogs don't watch a Netflix episode after their owner goes to bed.
Survey finds that 32% of American adults never floss. That's because they're too busy eating.
Hail to the king, baby.
So wrong.
No time to stop.
All right. Move on to Wacky But True. We don't add anything to these stories but a movie or a television sound effect, and we're back to Chuck.
A road rage incident in Toronto escalated to a physical confrontation on a highway during rush hour traffic. The two drivers were seen wrestling each other in the middle of the highway, causing a major traffic pileup. The exact cause of the altercation is unknown.
Oh, I know.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart.
I saw that. Brick killed a guy. Did you throw a trident?
Yeah, there were horses and a man on fire, and I killed a guy with a trident.
Rick, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You should find yourself a safe house or a relative close by. Lay low for a while, because you're probably wanted for murder.
Could be. A 10-year-old boy was among 4 arrested in luxury watch store robbery in Hong Kong. 10-year-old boy allegedly used a sledgehammer to smash glass displays cases during the robbery. 20 watches worth almost $500,000 were stolen and have all been recovered. Boy reportedly skipped school to participate in the robbery and was paid $640 for his involvement. 3 other suspects, all teenagers, were also arrested.
Wow. That boy got ripped off.
Yeah. Those aren't good friends at all.
No.
I could come back later, Mr. Harkin.
Oh, no. It's just parent stuff. It seems that our youngest, Chris, was on something called acid and was firing a bow and arrow into a crowd. You know how kids are.
Wow. New York Fashion Week took an unexpected turn when an unauthorized person took to the catwalk wearing a makeshift outfit made of shower cap, swim shorts, and a plastic cape resembling a trash bag. The person was initially mistaken for a model and received cheers and applause from the audience. Security eventually intervened and removed the intruder from the runway.
Oh, that's awesome!
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
It's so hard to tell fashion from a trash bag these days.
It is. California Highway Patrol in the city of Amherst arrested a gentleman for driving under the influence. The man was on horseback. Apparently, a police officer noticed the horseman was holding an open container of alcohol and pulled him over, where it became evident that the rider was definitely impaired. California Highway Patrol stated in a post, "It's worth noting that, according to California Vehicle Code 21050, the rules of the road apply to those operating animals on the highway as well."
Wow.
All right. Here's what one of the bystanders happened to say.
You're gonna get accidentally shot.
Yeah.
Does that count for any animal? Like if someone's out riding a pig or an emu? I would think so. Yeah.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Because people have been gotten DUIs for riding lawnmowers and power chairs. Why not a horse? Of course.
Bicycles. A driver in China was detained by police for drunk driving after he was caught asleep at a traffic light. It was early in the morning, and surveillance video showed the car didn't move for 16 whole minutes while it waited at the light. After it missed green lights 10 times and caused traffic congestion, other drivers then called the police.
Let's go live to the scene, Chuck.
Are you sleepy? You want to sleep? Is that what you want? Huh?
Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God.
A woman in Spain was walking home from a bar when a naked man emerged from behind a wall and grabbed her purse. Man retreated back behind the wall, and the woman followed a few seconds later. When she went behind the wall, she saw the man was getting dressed. Whew! While the man was putting his clothes on, she grabbed her purse back and ran back to the bar. I put together a montage.
My purse! Huh? This your purse? Was yours once. Now it belongs to me. Keep it your hat. Thank you.
That was a crime, you purse-scrubbing puke. And this is the penalty.
He's a purse snatcher. Think of his feelings.
They have feelings, too. That's our odd news for today. Thanks, Chuck, for letting me be dumb today.
Well, thank you for letting me be dumb today, Scott.
Okay, excellent. A couple quick reminders. You are at the farmer's market. What time are you getting there, Chuck?
I'll be there hopefully as soon as I get done with everything, get set up, and be ready to go by 11 o'clock when the farmer's market opens.
Okay, so 11 to 3:30, farmer's market going on today. Chuck will be there in a booth selling tickets to next Friday's show, and that show features who?
Isaac Tenasket with our opening artist, Tristan Saylor, the winner of 2019's Chihuahua's Got Talent show.
And both these talented young boys coming from Well Pennant, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Limited number of tickets available, 60 to be exact. You can get them at Acres, Valley Drug, The Independent, online at ChihuahuaCreativeDistrict.org, and also on our website, KCHW.org and NorthernLightsPublicRadio.com. KCHW.org and NorthernLightsPublicRadio.com, the only places members can get their discounted tickets.
There you go.
There's a link right there on the header, and it'll take you down below on the first page and let you buy those tickets via PayPal.
And
all right, if you don't have a membership and you want to support public radio, there's a link right there by the tickets as well to get your membership, and then you can buy those member discounted tickets, and you're supporting public radio in Stevens County. It's a great thing.
Exactly. Oh, and there's also a button on the Creative District website, the link on the Creative District website to donate an extra $5 too. You can click on that link as many times as you want.
Don't forget then Saturday annual event, and it's a big one, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Chihuahua Chamber of Commerce annual auction and gala. Of course, they have a big dinner with this. You can get a ticket for that. But you could also just show up for the silent auction and to watch the auction as well. Steve does the auction, and he is a funny man. It's a comedy show and a live auction. It is a great event, and this is what gives the Chihuahua Chamber of Commerce their funds that keep them going throughout the year. So something you want to get out and support there as well. Did I miss anything on the list, Chuck?
Not for this weekend, but I just want to put out a little note on there. I found in the stuff here at the studio a thank you note from the Chamber of Commerce for a previous year where KCHW did the sound for that chamber auction.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so I thought I'd plug that. That was very nice to see that. I like seeing that.
So good stuff to do on Saturday. Don't forget to catch up with Chuck today. Get your tickets and enjoy the farmers market. Other than that, I don't have anything, so I will say goodbye. How about you, Chuck?
I'll say goodbye too. Those tickets are going fast, so hurry up. We just sold one as we were just speaking. I just got a notification while we were saying our goodbyes.
All right, there you go.
They're going fast.
KCHW 102.7. Have a great weekend.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
That's great. Go ahead, make your jokes, mister. Joke maker.
concludes the broadcast from World Control.